If you are somebody who is not into those oversized crop type of cardigans, then this is just for you. See, this have these little details, and the sleeve is made of half double crochet back loop only, and this little texture here is from the bottom. You can make this in any length that you like, okay, if you are counting your stitches right. So here I have, let me take the measurement. It has 18 inches of the body, and the length is 25.5 inches, and you can adjust the length according to what you need, and if you need it bigger, you use a bigger yarn and hook size. Okay, so this one I use a weight 3 yarn and a 3.5 mm hook. So I hope you like the video. Work for this cardigan, you will need to take the measurement. This is the shoulder, and take the measurement from the shoulder until the length that you need your cardigan to be. I made mine at 26 inches from the shoulder to the bottom part here, and we will work it in one piece like this. The fabric will look roughly like this when you are done. Okay, so I used the chainless foundation. So to make the chainless foundation, if you're new to this, take your yarn, make a slip knot and chain 2 for half double crochet. So 1, 2, and then yarn over into the first stitch. So you'll have 3 loops on your hook, so you take the yarn, release 1 loop, take yarn and release all 3. You just made your first half double crochet, so you yarn over again and through both the loops here you release 1 and you release 3, and that is how you work your half double crochet until you get to the length that you need your cardigan to be. Take your own measurement. So when you get to the length that you need, take a stitch marker. So when you're done making your foundation, count your half double crochet here by 3 plus 1. Okay, so count by 3, and then you should leave the 8 or 7 half double crochet stitch here to be the edging. Okay, so I'll count here by 3. Count by 3, so 3, 3, 3. Count your half double crochet by 3. Here I have 3 and then plus 1, so I'll keep my marker here. When you finish counting by 3, add 1 more half double crochet to that and keep a marker, and then I will have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 half double crochet to be the edging of my cardigan here. So you just keep your marker right here and don't remove that. So you chain 2, and the chain 2 is not our stitch. So in the first stitch here, make your half double crochet through both the loops, and then you will work half double crochet back loop only until the end of the row. So back loop only. So if you need, you count your half double crochet again. You have 2, 4, 6, 7 and 8, and then remove your marker and keep your marker here, and then work half double crochet into each stitch without skipping until the end of the row. So make your last half double crochet on your first chain 2 here, and then chain 2 again, and your first and last half double crochet after each row will be through both the loops. Okay, and in between you can work back loop only. So here also I will work back loop only until I get, you will need to have in this part about 7 rows of half double crochet. So we already have 2 here, so this, which makes this the 3rd row. Okay, make 7 rows of half double crochet like this, repeat back loop only, and your first and last half double crochet through both the loops. After that I'll show you what to do. Your last half double crochet of the row will be in this space between your chain 2 and your first half double crochet, like that, and you chain 2 again, turn and through both the loops, and continue until you have 7 rows. So as you can see, I made my 7 rows here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Chain 2, turn your work and make 8 half double crochet in this part. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and in the next stitch make single crochet through both the loops, single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, like that. You skip 2 stitches and work on the 3rd with a single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, and then you are going to skip 2 again and work on the 3rd with single crochet and 2 half double crochet, and that is how we repeat this row until the end. 1 2 and the 3rd single crochet and 2 double crochet, 1 2 and single crochet, and continue. We should end our row with 1 shell and single crochet if we are doing it right. So here is my last row, so I have 3 stitches left, so 1 2, and you work with single crochet in this space between your chain and your half double crochet. So single crochet, chain 1, and the chain at the start of our row is never a stitch. Okay, be it the chain 1 or the chain 2. So here in the first stitch here you make 1 single crochet and 2 double crochet again in the same space. We are going to skip 2 stitches and work on the 3rd, which is a single crochet, like that, and 2 double crochet in the same space again. You will skip 2 and work on the space of a single crochet with single crochet, like that, and 2 double crochet. Skip 1 2, work on the 3rd with a single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space. So continue like that until you are right here. I will show you. So here is your last shell, so you will skip 2 and work on the 3rd with a single crochet, and for this part we are always going to have the same number of half double crochet. So we made 8 while going up, so we will have 8 here also. So back loop only, you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 in this space. So chain 2 again, you turn, you make again 8 half double crochet, so the first one through both the loops, So 8, and then in this single crochet space here you are going to work single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, just like we did in the previous row. So you repeat the pattern again by skipping 2 and work on the third with a single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space. And when you finish this row, you turn back again. Also you repeat what we did in here. Start with a single crochet and make your shell, and when you are at this space again, make your last single crochet here. So if you need, keep your marker and make your last 8 half double crochet, and then we are going to have about 5 rows of this pattern right here. I have 1, 2, and this is the third row. So after 5 rows of this part, I'll show you what to do. So you will end your row by skipping 2 stitches and work on the third with a single crochet and chain 1. Start with a single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space until you have 5 rows. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of this pattern, and after that chain 2. Okay, this is the the top part of our cardigan, and the lower part looks like this. So after 5 rows of this, you will have 1 half double crochet into each stitch through both the loops. Okay, so into it, next stitch, insert and insert into each stitch without skipping until the end of the row. Okay, so half double crochet into each stitch. So here is the last half double crochet through both the loops in this single crochet space here, and for the last one here we are going to do it through both the loop, through back loop only. So we'll have 8, 1, 2, 3 until 8. Okay, 4 and 8. So you'll have through both the loops in each shell, and in this part here you will have back loop only, and then we will chain 2 as usual, and we will have again for 6 rows of half double crochet here, but we work through back loop only, so which means we will have 7 in total. This one counts as your first only, so you already have the first row here, and we are going to repeat this part. Okay, back loop only. So you will have 7 rows of half double crochet, and the first one and the last one through both the loops, and then you'll have back loop only. So make 7 rows here. So here I made 7 rounds, as you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and after 7 rows we end it on the bottom side. So take your measurement from the other side here, the upper part. I will take about 6.5 inches from here and keep a marker here. So after you place your marker here, count your stitches and make sure they are by countable. Make sure you count them by 3. So, and this is the repeat of this pattern. So start with 8 half double crochets here, and the next stitch single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, and it's the repeat of this pattern only, and we are going to repeat that until you have your last shell in this space, and your last single crochet will be here. And you chain 1, and you leave this space to be the armhole of our cardigan. And then you are going to repeat the pattern here just like how we did in this space here with 5 rows. Okay, so you already made 1 row, so this is the second one. And you continue until you get 5 rows. So here I made 5 rows, and if you are a big person and you need it bigger, please make this 7 rows. Okay, so you need 2 more rows here. And when you're done, the number of stitches that you skip in this space is the number of chains that we make. So I skipped here about 27 stitches, so I'm going to make 27 chains. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 27 chains to match up to this number of the stitches here, and the 2 chains will be your counting chains, which means total 29. And then you skip the 2 chains and to the third one, back loop only, back bump, make your half double crochet, and we are going to have 27 half double crochet in total from here to here. So 27 half double crochet, and then you are going to make 1 half double crochet into each stitch, just like how we did after this pattern here in this space. Finish 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and for this part you do the half back loop only. You repeat the same, it's the same repeat only. We'll make the same number of rows, okay, like the one that we have here with 7 rows of half double crochet. And then after that again I will show you what we need to do. So as you can see here, I have 7 rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So after 7 rows again we are going to repeat the same like we did here. Okay, so we'll start with 8 half double crochet, back loop only. The first one you need through both the loops, and you'll have 8 half double crochet. After that you repeat the pattern again. 3 4 5 6 7 8, and make your single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same stitch. You skip 2, work on the third single crochet and 2 double crochet, and it's the same pattern, and we are going to have the same repeat for the back side as well. Okay, here in the front we only have one of this pattern here, we have 2 of this rib sides, and then we have this pattern, and from the back side here we are going to need 3 of this, so which means you will have to repeat this pattern for 3 more times. So you have the rib here, and then you will work the pattern, and then the rib, the pattern, the rib, the pattern, until you get 3 of these parts from the back. I'm hoping you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you'll need to have like this. You have the rib, the pattern, the rib, the pattern, the rib, and the pattern. under rib again before we do our next underarm. Okay, so which means you will have 4 of these parts and then 3 of this. Okay, and after that we are going to do our next underarm again. And remember, you need to make this part back loop only and then the pattern, just like how we did it here and here. Okay, so if you still have questions regarding this tutorial, please feel free to write them in the comments below. Okay, so here I have 3 repeats of the pattern. Like I told you, I have 4 of this, 1 2 3 4 and 3 of this one. And we are going to work this part again. So count the number of stitches that you left for this part here. So I skipped here about 27 stitches, so I'm counting 27 stitches. So your first one will be here, so count 27 stitches and keep a marker on the 27th one. And then you will start your row as usual with 8 half double crochet for this edging, and we will start with our pattern again. Single crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, and we continue again just like how we did in here. Okay, until here. And so you chain 1 and turn, and then you are going to repeat exactly the same number of rows as we have in this other underarm here. I made 5 rows here, so if you made 7 from this side, you would have 7 rows in this part also. And after that we will add the chains and continue to work with our front panel. Okay, so continue. You will have, I will make 5 rows, so if you made 7, and don't forget to work the back loop only for this part. So when you finish this part, you make the chains to get to the number of the stitches that we skip here. So I will make 27 chains for the stitches, and 2 chains will be my turning chains, so 29 chains in all. 1 2 3 4 5, so 29 chains. And on the 3rd chain, back bump only, make your half double crochet and half double crochet into each stitch until you are here. And then we continue with our pattern again, half double crochet into each stitch through both the loops for this part. And when you are here, back loop only, and then you will repeat the exact same number of stitches that we have here. Okay, so you will have 7 rows of half double crochet and then 5 rows of this, and then 7 rows of half double crochet again to match this part. Okay, when we finish that, I will show you how to do the rest. So when you're done with your 7 rows of half double crochet, don't cut your yarn because we need to do the ribbing, okay, for this part. And I already joined this one shoulder here, so you do the same with this one. Choose your right side. Okay, both sides look the same, so whichever you prefer to be on the outside, you chose that. And then take another piece of yarn, so turn, and we have the same number of rows here and in this part here, so just place your rows like this until here, and then you will join with single crochets from here until you are here. Okay, and you leave this part of the back to be the opening for the neck. Okay, so I will do this. So make a slip knot. Make a slip knot like that. So if you like, you can put a marker or a safety pin right here just to keep the rows in place. So insert your hook here and into the next panel and pull up your loop and make your single crochet, and then insert into the next row and make your single crochet. I'm doing 1 single crochet per row here, and you continue like that until you have your last single crochet in the space and in this one here. Okay, so you do the same on both sides. And then you cut your yarn, not too short, okay, and secure. So you do the same on your other side, and when you finish that, we will do the ribbing. So this is where my last half double crochet row ends, and it's from my left side of the cardigan. And you don't need to cut your yarn. Okay, so I chained 9 here and made 7 half double crochet here. So I'm showing you from this side because it's the same thing. Okay, so I will insert my hook into the first stitch just to show you, and I chained 7 for the half double crochet and then 2 chain as my turning chain. So you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and you skip 2 and work on the third back bump only. You will have 7 half double crochet, or if you like to have this part wider, then you can add more chains also. So that's 3 4 5 6 and the 7th one in this space. And then you will see that this first stitch you already made this chain, so you leave this next stitch. You have this one stitch here, leave this one and slip stitch into the next, and you will make 2 slip stitch, 1 2 slip stitch like that, and then you turn. This is not your stitch, okay, this space here is not your stitch, so this is your first stitch right here. This is not the stitch, this is the slip stitch that we did. So take your yarn and into the stitch here through both the loops, and then you will have 5 half double crochet back loop only. I prefer to do it this way, the first one and the last one through both the loops only, and the last one in this space between the chain here, just like how we did in the main part of the cardigan. So I will always chain 2 and then work your first half double crochet through both the loops, then back loop only. That's 3 4 5 6 and the 7th one in this space right here, So do count your half double crochet. Okay, you need to have the same number of half double crochet in every row, otherwise your ribbing will not look nice or even. So you have this stitch here, you already made a slip stitch when we start this row, so you skip that, you skip into the next stitch and into the next this is what you'll have. If you have a closer look, this is where you have the slip stitch, and I skip this one and then work on this one with a slip stitch again and slip stitch onto the next. You see that it is like this. You turn and work again, and this here is not your stitch, this is your stitch. So you'll have 1 2 3 4 5 6 and the 7th one in this space between the chain, like that. So you'll chain 2 again, and then you'll have double crochet, half double crochet, and then back loop only, and that's 6 and the 7th one in here, and this space you already have the chain, the slip stitch, so you leave this one and into the next make your slip stitch and slip stitch into the next, and that is how you continue to make the ribbing all across your cardigan until the very last stitch here. Okay, so for me it will be this part, my last stitch. I already started, and after that we will do the sleeve. So I'm at the last row of my ribbing here. I started with this, so I want it to end like this if it's possible. So I already made this one row, but I still have one stitch left here, so I'm just going to chain 1. I will chain 1 and then I'll do slip stitch into each stitch just to get to the stitch left, just to get to the last stitch. So slip stitch and then slip stitch here. So cut your yarn, and you can use your needle to weave in your ends, and here is the main part of the cardigan done. For the sleeve, this is how I do it, all in half double crochet and back loop to get the rib look. And I made my sleeve to be at 46.7, which means at 18 centimeter, and it will stretch when you wear it, so I'm not making it too long. So you will start by making 9 chain. I made 9 chain for 7 half double crochets for this part here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and make your half double crochet through the back bump only. I will have 7 half double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7th, and then I'll chain 2, and the chain 2 will never count as your stitch, just like how we do the body of the sweater. So you chain 1 and then you'll have your first and last stitch through both the loops, and then you will have back loop only. And I made here about let's count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I made 9 ribs, which means I have like 18 rows of half double crochet here, and it fits my wrist. So you take your own measurement, and if you need to have it bigger, make more rows here. Okay, and I'm going to do 18 rows. So here is the second one. So after 18 row I will show you what to do. And please remember, if you need it bigger, add one more rib to that, which means 2 rows. And here I have 9 ribs, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Fold that in half. This is my wrong side of the sleeve, so insert your hook from the very first stitch here, chain 1, turn, and then from the next stitch, and then from this other side, and join with slip stitch. Until the end of the row. Chain 1 and turn, and here you have your cuff. So I made here the 18 rows of half double crochet, so I will make 36 half double crochet all around this cuff. So make sure you count. Okay, so if you have more rows like mine, more rows than mine, you must double that number and make your half double crochet. So I will have 36. So I have 36 half double crochet, so I will join not on this chain 2 behind your first half double crochet. So you chain 2 again, and the chain 2 is not your stitch, please remember that. And we are going to work. Here I keep a marker at the first row that I increase, so I have 1 2 3 4 rows without increase. So this is my second row. So into that same space, make your half double crochet and then back loop only until the end of the row. And then join here, not here, here, and I will have 4 rows just like that. So this is the first row of my increase here. So I will keep my marker here, and we are going to increase by adding 2 stitches in the same space in the first and the last stitch of our row. So in the first one here, into the same stitch that you have your chain 2, make 2 half double crochet and back loop only into each stitch until the last stitch. Here you make 2 half double crochet again. So into the last stitch here, I made it by loop only, 2 stitches in the same space, and join after your first half double crochet, chain 2 again, turn, and we are not going to increase in every row, so this one row here will work without increase and increase in the next row again. So without increase, just 1 half double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. Start your row with chain 2 and then increase in the first and the last stitch of this row again. So 2 half double crochet in the same space and then 1 half double crochet into each stitch, and on the last stitch here also you make 2 half double crochet again and join your row. And the next row again without increase, just 1 half double crochet into each stitch and end the row. And this is how we are going to repeat. Here I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 increasing row. Okay, you have 1 increasing row and then the other row without increase, you increase and then no increase, increase and no increase, and I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows with increases. Okay, these 2 row ribs here we work without increase, so you continue working this same number of rows here. After that I will show you what to do. And yes, please do keep a marker so on your first increasing row, so it will be easier when you work the other row, just like I did here. This is my last increasing row. So here we have 1 2 3 rows again without increase, and we started increasing from the next row again. So you will have the three rows with the same number of stitches again. So remove my marker onto the next. So 1 2 3, just work 1 half double crochet into each stitch for 3 rows, because if we keep on increasing and the size of our sleeve will look a bit odd, I think it will not look nice. So just work here 3 rows with the same number of stitches, and after that I will show you again. So here I made this row, and again I will start increasing the same way we increase in these rows here. Okay, so I'll move my marker onto my next row, and we have here 1 2 3 4 increasing row again, and after that we did not join the sleeve, we leave it open like this. Okay, so you'll have 4 increasing row again, increase, and then 1 row without increase. You have 1 increasing row and then 1 without, 1 with increase, and 1 without, 1 with increase. So you'll have 4 1 2 3 4. After that again we will do this upper part. Okay, so continue. So this is my last increasing row, so I'll chain 2 and turn, and this row now I'm working on this one, and I've had like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 row ribs so far. So I have like 14 15 16 17 18 ribs in all. So for this one row here you are going to join at the end, and from the next row we are going to work without joining. So 1 half double crochet into each stitch until the end of the row. So when you finish this one row, when you completed that, take your measurement, and the measurement of this part here should be equal to the measurement of your armhole. Okay, should equal the measurement for your armhole. So I have 7 inches for my armhole, and this is just perfect. And then I will work here without joining, so you will not join your rows from the next row onward. So just chain 2 and turn, make your first half double crochet, and I have here like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 rows here without joining. So just work, or you can make this one, you don't have to make the same number as me here. So if you are using a different type of yarn and hook size, maybe you already get the measurement that you need, so you do not need to make this long. Okay, so I need my sleeve to be at 19 inches, so yes, it will stretch to 19. So I added this number of rows. So if you need more, maybe if you need more, add more rows, and if you need shorter sleeves, then you add the lesser number of rows here. Okay, so I will have 10 rows here, and yes, I am moving my stitch marker to the next row. And when you completed this, don't cut your yarn. I haven't cut my yarn here, as you can see, and I'll show you how to attach the sleeve to the cardigan. So take the right side of your cardigan. This is the inside. So take this ball of yarn through the sleeve and join here. Just secure here with a stitch marker like that, or you can use a safety pin. And this edge of your sleeve into this stitch here, the first stitch of your underarm. And from the back side as well. So you have this here and just like that, and then so where you mark, insert your hook and take that loop and chain one. Make your chain one, then you can remove this marker now. And then make one single crochet into each stitch from the sleeve to the cardigan. So from this stitch and into the cardigan, single crochet from this and that, and just like that you continue working around the sleeve until you are here, and then I will show you what to do with this part here. And then you take the sleeve like this, and you do this. Okay, so if you need again, you can place a stitch marker right here, so you'll have the same number of rows from both sides. And insert your hook from this to that and single crochet, and from here also. And then join with a slip stitch on your first single crochet and cut your yarn, secure, and for the space here that you have, you can make single crochet right here until here to close the hole, and you can do the same on the other sleeve also. And after that you can weave in all your ends and your cardigan will look beautiful.